Hello, guys. Before I give my introduction, I have to say sorry because we have Pakistani timing. We're either very early or we're very late, and on this case, we're very late, Asim. But no, Asim's had a Christmas dinner. Asim, how's your little Christmas dinner?
Christmas dinner. It was, yeah, technically it was a Christmas dinner, but you know how the stuff I like. But I've been ducking and diving this staff meal for about 10, 15 years. Honestly, I have. But this time I got forced. But you know what? It was actually a good catch up, nice food, nice company as well. And it's weird seeing some work people in a different environment. But you actually, if you don't mind me saying, Sarib, you actually look like you've just come from work.
Yeah, literally just got in. Like, guys, I know like we're supposed to run a Friday. The call-in show is what we call it, guys. This is a new concept. Not really a new concept, Asim, but it's coming. It's big.
Why is my screen, sorry to interrupt,
Nah,
has
cool,
gone
bro.
really big? Has my face gone really big on your end?
Nah, man, you look big and beautiful to me, mate. You look absolutely dapper as always.
Let me just quickly go back. You lose me for a second.
No, that's fine. No, but guys, so welcome to the Saturday call-in show. Friday, do so many shows. I'm forgetting the days. The Saturday call-in show by the two guys that carry this channel on its backside. Asim, LFC. We all know who Asim is. If you're on Liverpool Twitter, you know who Asim is, and Sarib, not the baby brother of the three. But I'm definitely starting to come into my own. But guys, we've got a few people in the backstage already. The comments are flowing in. Drop your questions, anything you want to talk about, guys. This is your show, not our show. This is your show. This is your show. We just sit and facilitate like teachers. You lot do the talking. We ask the questions, you give the answers. Think of it like mediation. Mediation. Asim,
Um,
you want to get the first person in?
yeah, let's get the first person in.
Who do
It's a
you want? Who do
regular.
you want?
It's
You
one
want
of
to do
our own. It's one of our own. It's look
it?
who it is. Look who it is. Shahab, how are we doing, bro? Nice to see
Assalamu
you in
alaikum.
backstage. As ever, you don't even need an invitation, but nice to see you, man. How are we doing, bro?
Alhamdulillah, assalamu alaikum. Sarib, you as well.
Alaikum
Yeah,
salam.
alhamdulillah, all good. I'm just was chilling in my front room and I seen that obviously you lot are speaking, so I thought, you know what, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, catch up, maybe if that's all right with you lot. And
Of course, man. Of
yeah,
course. Of course. Okay, it's your show. Like Sarib said, Shahab, you pick the topic today. Go for it.
topic. Oh, there's two. Shout out Avi because I saw him talking about the Youth Cup game, the 7-1 Liverpool against Arsenal. Wow. I think that's probably the only time that I keep an eye on the academy a little bit, the FA Youth Cup. Don't know
Okay.
if any people are the same, but I mean, 7-1 against Arsenal, who are one of the best academies in the country. And I think they made the final last year against West Ham.
Hmm.
That was huge. That was a big win, some big talent there. I think a lot of our fans, they always say, oh, why can't we have talent like Arsenal's academy or Chelsea's academy or whatever? I think we have some good players. I think one of the few myths, in my opinion, I don't know if you two agree, is they say that Liverpool can't produce anyone from the academy, but we've produced Trent.
Yeah.
Curtis Jones is now playing. Ben Doak had a run in. I know he came from Celtic.
Hmm.
Conor Bradley come from the academy. Tyler Morton's doing well at loan. And then all the names that Avi usually mentions on Twitter, honestly, they are top talents. And 7-1, honestly, fantastic. So I managed to watch the second half,
I
and
was just about to ask you, Shahab, did you watch it?
I watched the second half because I saw, obviously, at one point Liverpool were 3-1 up at half time or something. So I put it on. I
Anyone
think,
catch your eye?
yeah, this guy called Jaden Dans,
Okay.
he scored a free kick, beauty. There's someone who scored a hat trick. I think his name is Lewis Kumas. And I don't know if you guys remember his dad, Jason Kumas, who played for West Brom.
Jason West Brom. Did he play for Bolton as well?
I don't know. Maybe. I think he might play
Ginger
for
beard.
Wigan.
Ginger beard.
I don't think it was Ginger. Can't lie.
Kumas. I'm sure Kumas had a ginger beard. Maybe some of the guys.
Maybe. Avi can correct us if he's still listening. But I'm pretty sure he played for West Brom for a while. Maybe Wigan.
Yeah, Jason Kumas. Yes.
Jason Kumas, yeah. So he had a decent-ish career in the Premier League. Not amazing, but then obviously his little one now is at Liverpool and scored a hat-trick. So that was fun.
Look, I think there's been a graphic going around this week, hasn't there, about Liverpool's players, how many players we've produced from the academy recently, how many academy players there are in the current squad. as well. And I think we're sitting on the top of the tree. I didn't really look at the graphic really extensively, but it caught an eye that Liverpool was sitting on top of the tree. And you're right, we don't get a lot of credit. But do you think, my question sort of to counter your sort of initial thoughts, Shahab, do you think it is because we're not getting the recognition at the moment, is because we need to win something substantial? Fergie's class of 92.
Yeah, cheers for
The
the
class
echo,
of
guys.
92.
If you want to parrot, Asim would have asked for one.
Yeah, exactly. We're looking for views here. But Shahab, class of 92 with Fergie's boys. If they didn't win anything that year, you probably, that famous Hansen quote on Match of the Day, nobody talks about it. You don't win anything with kids. Well, because they won it that year and went on to win even more, we're still talking about the class of 92. And I'm not sort of comparing these guys to the class of 92 because it might be a golfing class, and where these guys are at the moment is a very, very early stage in their development. But do you think we need some silverware to get real recognition?
Probably, you're probably right, man. I think probably like Trent, obviously, is the only one that coming through the academy, done his thing. And look, hopefully, one of the best Division 1 players needs a bit of fun. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I think maybe, obviously Curtis Jones is obviously coming in now, Harvey Elliott. If they can win a big trophy with us this season, hopefully, the Premier League, who knows, probably not, but probably go on.
I think the conception is like, this is my point of view in it. Now I know this is your show, but I just want to give my input on this. I think Liverpool as an academy don't produce many players that go to the very, very top of the game. So we had Steven Gerrard, we had Trent Alexander-Arnold, Fowler, Owen, but these were years ago. Most of the players that we bring in now, we get them from other academies. It's very rare Liverpool get players that have gone from 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 all the way through to the professional game. I think we only have had a couple of those. Look at the players coming through now. Elliot was from Fulham. Bobby Clark has come from Newcastle. Stefan Bajcetic just came from Celta Vigo, I think, top of my head. There's only really Trent Alexander-Arnold that's really come from. Ben Doak, he came from Rangers or Celtic. I couldn't. I forgot somewhere in Scotland he came from. So it's like, for me, we don't really produce like a Bukayo Saka type of talent on a constant basis, like a Smith Rowe, players that go straight into like the Arsenal's first 11, like what Manchester United have with Rashford. We never really had that elite level of player like the way Man United have developed players over the last 20 odd years. Like you said, the class of 92 as well. We don't really have that at Liverpool. So for me, where does the penny drop? Where do we find those players? Or how is it a Liverpool problem that we can't develop players to the top of the game, or is it more than that?
I think, what, Sarib, yeah? You see with Saka and Rashford, if you remember when they came in, I don't think either of the two clubs are doing well. So they had the opportunity and took it with both hands. I think with us in the last few years, because we're doing, reasonably well, the opportunities are very few. Like even when we won the league, right? I only remember Nico Williams having a little spell. Now he's at Forest. I don't really think he's amazing. Curtis Jones, obviously now he's coming into the fold of it. So it's all about the opportunities, man. But honestly, I genuinely believe that young group there that won tonight in the FA Youth Cup, I think there's definitely one person there where I genuinely think Liverpool could produce, but I don't know who it is, because even when Trent came up through the academy, if you guys remember, people talk about Ben Woodburn, right? But no one talked about Alexander-Arnold. It's like one of them. I think I could give you the big names, well, kind of big names in our academy, but you never know. But I genuinely believe that maybe, hopefully we can produce one of the players from there.
Yeah, hopefully, man. Hopefully. And especially, Shahab, with the whole FFP, or what did they call it these days? PSR. We have to keep on churning. We have to keep on churning these sort of players out. And look at the transfer activity. I think is around about 28 million spent this January alone. That is it. 28 million. Teams are shit scared. Absolutely shit scared. Whoever is on the border of sort of exceeding those FFP rules or PSR rules, they don't want to go, because there has been, doesn't matter how much we've sort of talked about how sort of corrupt this league is, or there's been a less accountability in the league. There is, for the last month or so, in terms of the headlines, or what we're seeing as public, is the tightening of the rules. And longer may continue, because it will only benefit teams like Liverpool, who have got a sustainable model. We have our own thoughts about FSG and everything. But to be fair to them, and I've been a big critic of them over the last 4, 5, 6 years, they've done a lot of good stuff. But if this is going to be the model or the rules that we go by, then we're all in, because we don't need to buy the players for 120, 130 million people every single window, and we don't need to spend 250 million pound every window. And what we'll do is we'll keep churning out hopefully players like Jarell Quansah, Curtis Jones, Harvey Elliott. And if we do, and then we do sort of fine tune those with some big stars as well, and when we dip it into the market, then we're on to a winner. But what was your second point about Shahab tonight?
Not just the game tomorrow. Bournemouth, I think it's going to be a tough game. Honestly, it's going to be a very interesting game. Only reason why I think that is, I think Bournemouth are one of the more form sides. I think they've only lost one of the last 9. Even against Spurs, I watched the highlights, and I don't know how they quite lost 3-1. I think we're in for a difficult game tomorrow without Salah, without Trent. And I'm interested to see what you lot think. I mean, I would take any sort of win. The performance, as of right now, probably don't matter too much. But yeah, I think we're in for a tough game tomorrow, boys. I know what you lot are thinking, but it's gonna be interesting.
Sarib?
Look, if I told you I wasn't worried, I would be lying, and I'll be really stupid. Because I'm looking at the squad that we have available at the moment, and it's at its bare bones. No Endo, no Szoboszlai, no Trent, no Matip, no left backs, no Salah. Maybe it's not as bad as I'm thinking, but like the way I picture us, especially going to Bournemouth early in the season, it wasn't a walk in the park, and they're a lot better. They're a lot better now, and the squad we have available now is very similar to the team that we played in the cup. So
it's a tough one. It's going to be a tough one, honestly. I think
Kieran makes a good point, though, Shahab. Big thing is Bournemouth's 2 wingers are at AFCON also. And I think Kirkez is out as well, isn't he?
Okay, yeah. Avi's a big fan of him, isn't it?
Last year,
yeah. Avi's a fan of a lot of stuff and a lot of players as well. He gets 1 or 2 right once in a million years. But anyway...
For me, boys, I think it's down to our forward line to step up, because I think we're too reliant on Mo Salah to score our goals. I think it's time for those other 4 to step up and put some balls in the back of the net, because we can't just keep relying on our Mohammed, because when stuff like this happens, it's going to cost us. Diaz, Gakpo, Nunez, Jota, this is your time, man. This is your time.
I think the same lineup against Fulham, bar maybe Gakpo for Nunez. I want to see Luis Diaz play on the right, I'm not sure. I think he played well against Arsenal on the right. He made some funny decisions, but he played out of his skin against Arsenal in the cup.
Yeah, I think that's the decision, isn't it? Everywhere else, with all due respect, I think the team picks itself. It's who plays on the right side of midfield and who plays on the right side of the front line, and that's where the decision is. But I just hope Liverpool control the game, and I know it's a bit of a cliche that you need to control a game every week, but I think every time we play Bournemouth, especially away from home, we do seem to give them a bit more space on the counter attack, and they've got players that can hurt us. Solanke's in good form. Billing, obviously, he'll be a big sort of physical player in the midfield, and this is where I think, does he pick Gravunberch or does he go with Harvey Elliott to sort of counter that? And I don't know, a lot of fans don't like Harvey Elliott and Curtis Jones playing together on the left or right, and they think it's a bit too lightweight, and it also gives us a bit too much control. You don't want too much control because you want someone to make a daring pass. So this is the reason why at the moment he's been going with Szoboszlai on the right or Gravunberch. One of them, judging by Klopp's team lineups, generally speaking, one of them needs to play. But does he make that call now? Because the balance hasn't been right, Shahab.
Yeah, I think I might be wrong, but we played them last year with Harvey Elliott and Curtis Jones together, and we lost 1-0. Now that's giving me a bit of a headache myself. Maybe Gravunberch, I think, probably might be a good option, but I'm not sure about Gravunberch right now. I think there's a talent in there, and I think there's a good player in there, but he hasn't been great since, other than these Europa League games. I think he needs to, if he plays tomorrow, he's got to win his duels. I don't think he wins enough of them. And B, I think he's got to just set the tone. And I think Bournemouth's ground is smaller to all these other grounds as well. I noticed, and it's difficult.
We do
I don't know.
struggle at these smaller grounds. Look at Luton away. Look at Bournemouth last season.
Mm.
Forest. These little cagey Stoke City kind of stadiums where they're so close. QPR. Even the last time we played there, we made it a really tough game for us. 2 own goals. We needed to win that match. So like it's been a problem for us the last 7-8 years.
For sure.
I know you both remember that QPR game, the 2 own goals, the 3-2 Coutinho.
Yeah, Stephen Cook. Yeah, I remember that. Richard Dunn. Yeah.
Shahab, can I get the conversation moving? You can stick around if you want.
You know what? I'm gonna go because I gotta go to bed. But honestly, I just want to say hello.
Are you going to the game tomorrow?
Nah, I'm going to Fulham though. Fulham away. So
Okay. I'll probably. I'm not going tomorrow. I've decided against it. I can't do that 12-hour journey and go to work on the Monday morning. It's a bit too much, but I'll see you at the Fulham game hopefully.
Inshallah.
But thanks for calling in, man. And
no worries. Assalamualaikum, boys. Sarib, see you later.
Sarib, let's get things moving. We've got about 3-4 people waiting in the backstage.
Yuvraj is coming in next. Who's coming in?
Yeah, Yuvraj. I think he dialed in last week. Danny, you're in next, mate. So stick around. Yuvraj, it's a big welcome to you. How are we doing? You were in last week, weren't you?
Yeah, but I disconnected, which was annoying. But yeah, I'm here now.
Thanks for dialing in again, man. What do you want to talk about tonight?
It kind of links with injuries / the game because it kind of links together. So,
okay.
I mean, on tomorrow's game, I'm really nervous. I think we'll draw. I just don't feel it.
Ooh, come on, Yuvraj.
I'm the negative one.
Yuvraj, if Sarib is booing you, then you must be negative.
I didn't say we're going to lose. I said it's going to be a tough game or draw. I'm Nancy negative, and you want to be more negative than me.
I'm saying draw. No, I'm saying draw. I think we'll draw. I think
Get your own personality, mate.
What score? Why do you think we draw? Don't you think we've got enough to beat him? Obviously not.
Listen, I hope. Look, I just think that it'll be a tough game. I mean, we usually struggle in small stadiums, and that's been a problem this season. It's just the injuries as well. Our best 2 creators, Trent and Salah, both out.
Yeah.
Do I trust Darwin Nunez in front of goal? Nope. I trust Jota. That's bad. Jota, I trust. That's it. There's no one else that I trust for in goal. So, and I don't think Jota will start tomorrow just because I just think Klopp will go Gakpo. Personally, I think Gakpo will please start
instead of Yuvraj. Instead of
the front, Klopp's front 3 will be Gakpo, Diaz, and Nunez. I think Diaz will start on the right wing. My front 3 will be Nunez, Jota, and Diaz. And I think Klopp starts Jota on Wednesday versus Fulham, and that's probably the idea. So, But then Bournemouth are missing players, but still, it's just like we're in a bad period right now. But in a way, I'll take a draw versus Bournemouth if we can win our next 2. If we can win our next 2 and draw versus Bournemouth, it's not the end of the world.
Yuvraj, how are we in a bad period? Do we sit top of the league? We drew a few games like Man United and Arsenal earlier in the month, but we had a good win against Newcastle. We had a good win against Arsenal in the cup, Fulham in the cup. Yes, we've got some injuries, but so have Bournemouth.
Okay, I'm probably wording it wrong. If we can get through this period without Mo, Salah, and Trent, I think we'll be fine. But I just think, we haven't been without Mo Salah, and I think this will be a big test for Nunez and them not. It's a big test for them not because for them to step up. Just step up now. Your time, look, Salah's not there to save you anymore. Nunez to.
Yuvraj. I think you're getting the Bournemouth confused with AC Milan. This is Bournemouth, not AC Milan, mate. I know they wear the same colours, but we're not going to the San Siro. We're going to the Vitality, mate. You're making it sound like we're going to play prime AC Milan. You need to make. Now I know why you wear them glasses, lad. Now I know why you wear them glasses.
I'm just being honest here. Bournemouth away, man. It's not going to be. I want to predict the win, obviously, but if I'm being realistic, I think it'll be a draw personally. But listen, we could win. You never know. I mean, obviously, this team has proven me wrong many times this season. I didn't think we'll be in a title race before the season. I think no one did. So yeah. I mean, look, Salah. I'm glad Salah injury is not serious. That's a blessing because the way he was crying worried me. Because if a player's crying, it's very bad. Usually it means it's bad. Thankfully, it's only like 2 games. So that probably means like 2 weeks, estimate, like a week. Yeah. So thankfully, Salah's out for like a week, 2 weeks. So, I mean, look, I don't want Egypt to go out. I think most of some fans want Egypt to go out just because Salah back, but I'd rather him win it because listen, he needs the AFCON to just get the respect. He's not getting the respect. He will never get the respect, sadly, because it's just listen. A lot of people disrespect Salah. It's just how it is. He needs. The thing is, he just doesn't have the pace anymore, and I think we can all agree he just doesn't have that pace. But he can easily. He's still the best player in the league, I think,
Of course.
with
Of
KDB. And this is why I just think, look, like I said, I think Salah's injury is not serious, which is good. And Endo scored, thankfully.
course.
Endo Defense League is up and running again. What a finish, Wataru.
Well, Yuvraj, my question to you before we start listening to Sarib going off on one with Endo and his campaign with getting him in the team.
He's already in the team, mate. It worked.
Not the Japanese team, but Liverpool team when he's back. Yuvraj, you say Salah and Trent are out 100%. They are creators. They are sort of chance makers, 100%. But do you have faith in anyone to sort of get that and win the game by the scruff of the neck and sort of get us through? It will be tough. It will be scrappy at times. There's loads of comments in the chat today that it's going to be tough. Liverpool are going to have their backs against the wall at times. It's that sort of period game, isn't it? We've been to the likes of Brighton, Luton, and it's going to be that sort of game. And especially Liverpool when they have a break and when they don't have rhythm, it's a tough ask from at times. And that word is going to be used. Whether we win Bournemouth 2-3-0 tomorrow, or even, I hope not, drop points, that word will come up tomorrow. Liverpool and rhythm. But historically speaking, Rivraj, when Liverpool have had a break, their rhythm seems to be off.
That's my worry as well. That's another worry I have because breaks, for some reason, Alisson is not the same for some after breaks. West Man City, I know he saved us a lot.
Oh, one game, mate.
Yeah, like he made
game.
you down. Listen, hey, Alisson, but look, I think Jota's the guy. If there's a guy that can just score out of nowhere, it's Diogo Jota. I think he's gonna be the goal scorer against us. I think he'll be the goal. He'll probably be the guy that scores tomorrow.
Okay.
I think Darwin scores. Personally, he just loves scoring against Bournemouth.
Darwin is going to bang tomorrow. I can tell you that right now. But before you go, I'm not going to take a draw from you, Raj. We're going to convert you into a positive thinker. Give me a scoreline where Liverpool win before you go.
3-2. I think it'll be very.
We converted him. That's enough.
Even that's negative.
We got a win, Sarib. We got a win.
3-2. Look, would you take a 3-2 win?
I'll let you off.
Yuvraj, thank you very much for calling in. Please do redial in next week again. And thank you very much for joining us and expressing your thoughts tonight. And enjoy the game tomorrow. But it's not going to be a draw, I can tell you that now. Let's get our next caller in. Danny's been waiting patiently in the backstage. Danny, how we doing, mate? How we doing?
All good, chaps. How are you guys?
I'm okay, thanks. Sorry about your wait, mate. There was a few people waiting for you, waiting ahead of you. But what do you want to talk about, mate?
I've got a few things that I want to actually talk about, and I'll go over them really quickly because time is of the essence. First of all, Bournemouth, we're going to kick their ass.
Oh, yes. I like
it's a 5-1, 5-0, 4-1 sort of situation. There's many reasons for that. We got world-class quality. We're in good form. Mohamed Salah, I love him. I've been watching him since he's been here. But he can also be replaced. We won't get into that. But he can. Again, the quality, it will come. Bournemouth, don't worry about that. We've got too much for them. Way too much. It could be close, but I think we're going to beat them by a margin. We're definitely going to win.
Danny, let me ask you a question before you carry on. Did you say the same thing last March? What happened?
Look, it doesn't make a difference. It's about where we are. It's about where we are right now as a team. It's about where we are right now as a team. And when you see the look in Virgil's eyes, in Alisson's eyes, in Trent's eyes, in Salah, these guys want to come and rip the Premier League. You can see it. They've been there. It's just too much quality. Bournemouth, I think we're just going to deal with them. That's just my opinion.
No,
That's
I
just
like
my
that, Danny. I think at times we might have a few tricky moments. We always
Yeah.
give a team
I'm
a
not
chance.
saying we're not going to
We
concede.
always give a team a chance.
Yeah, and that's how Jurgen Klopp plays,
Yeah, of course.
especially with the resources he currently has in the first team squad right now. Again, we don't want to get into that. DMs, backup for defenders, so on and so forth. He's using the tools he has. Whether that's his fault or the club's fault, that's a different, separate discussion. But I think we go there and we beat them either way. Either we win by a margin or we just about beat them. But we do them. We do them, and we move on. The issue that I wanted to actually talk about is Jurgen Klopp. Now, Jurgen Klopp, I've been supporting Liverpool for 20 years. Yeah. I'm 32 years old now. Jurgen Klopp is giving me a lot of reminiscent vibes of, and I love Jurgen, of course. He's the boss. You know, he's the boss. You go to Anfield, you can't say nothing about Jurgen Klopp.
He's
You know,
gonna
you
say
get
something.
ripped,
Regretting it.
right? and I dare would never do that. Obviously, I'm on YouTube now, but Jurgen Klopp, he's giving me Arsene Wenger vibes compared to Fergie, and I feel like Pep is Fergie and Jurgen is Arsene. Now, the reason I say that is because I remember when Jurgen Klopp's early years at Liverpool. Again, he's a highly fitness-based coach like Arsene Wenger. And the other thing is, Arsene Wenger used to visit Jurgen Klopp a lot at Melwood, a lot. They're actually very, very good friends. And he's very, Jurgen Klopp's come and said he's very influenced by Arsene Wenger's style, his regime, his patterns of play, all of that. And obviously he's got his own pressing style, which is slightly different. The issue I have and Achilles heel of Jurgen Klopp is he fails to keep players fit at key points. And when you're playing, look, I don't care about Arsenal, all of those other clubs.
Danny, give me some examples.
Any time right now, it doesn't come to fruition.
Trent injured, Danny. Is
Yeah.
Jurgen Klopp's fault?
No. I'm not saying it's Jurgen Klopp's fault. I'm not saying that.
You correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't you say that Jurgen Klopp fails to keep these players fit?
No, sorry.
Moments?
He doesn't fail in that sense. The way his playing style is, it needs to be more controlled. That's what I should say.
But the injuries that we have are down to impact, not down to the style of football we play.
I've been there too many times as a Liverpool fan. Every time I think, why are all these guys injured, man? We've got all of these players and they keep getting injured. And you know what it is? It's like when you're playing a team, look, we would beat other teams if it wasn't Manchester City. And you can talk about the resources and all of that. Pep's a fantastic coach, in my opinion. He's amazing. He's the best. He's the best. Only behind Jurgen Klopp as a coach. Everything else is top class. Is that we're only always a point away every season or every other season. If you want to win the league, these fine margins, like the chat before me was talking about Bournemouth, and sorry, this was I was watching Grizz actually earlier, so forget about that. That these things really, 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 really matter. They really matter. And I think if he had more resources at the club, we'd be winning way more trophies. But he's not. But he needs to do something, and I think he is.
Danny, he missed out on a few occasions by a point, like you said.
Yeah.
Against a team that's got 115 charges.
I know. But it's frustrating as a fan.
Yeah, but how?
I don't want to be the maybe. I don't want to be the maybe guys like Arsene Wenger and Arsenal won two leagues over the space of 12 years.
100%.
And then let me ask you a question, right?
Sure.
Jurgen Klopp this season is completely different to any year we've seen Liverpool. This is a completely different team. Jurgen Klopp is known to be a stubborn manager who puts the same 11 out every season. This season, Liverpool have made the third most changes in the Premier League. 23 changes he's made to his starting 11 this season. Yeah. That doesn't show you that he's not like Arsene Wenger, because Arsene Wenger was very stubborn. He tried to play the same way, the invincible style throughout his time at Arsenal.
You're 100% right.
This. Now you said what you said to me is that Jurgen Klopp fails to keep players fit, like is injured. Now name me one player. Let me finish. Name me one player that Jurgen Klopp has has been injured seriously for Jurgen Klopp's system. Virgil van Dijk was an ACL. Joe Gomez was not down to Jurgen Klopp's playing style. Andy Robertson is a shoulder injury, not down to Jurgen Klopp's play style. Costa Simicas this season is not down to Jurgen Klopp's play style. Mo Salah this season is on Egypt. So Joel Matip as well, it's not down to Jurgen Klopp's play style. What are you trying to say? Is this Jurgen Klopp's fault? Is this the player's fault? What are you trying to say?
I'm just trying to say that I think it's a weakness in his, and I think you're right. He is starting to address it, and the way he's doing it, he knows that the club's not going to give him resources. He knows that now. Yeah, he's done it. His first set of players, Henderson, Fabinho, amazing. Wijnaldum, all these guys become world class. Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, but he's realized that I cannot go on like this. I'm not going to get to the pinnacle. I'm not going to beat Pep.
But Danny, if you said this about Jurgen Klopp when he came, maybe just 6 months to 12 months after he came and started at Liverpool, then I'd say, you know what? You've got a point. If you listen to the likes of James Milner recently, if you listen to the likes of Adam Lallana, not even forget Adam Lallana, just watch Adam Lallana play. He couldn't handle more than 70 minutes in that sort of first Jurgen Klopp, high octane, high energy, heavy metal football. That first game away to Tottenham was
Daniel Sturridge is another
unbelievable.
player.
It was
Fantastic.
unbelievable. And they couldn't handle it. And then we were picking up a lot of injuries.
Yeah.
But over the years, I think we brought a lot of control into our game.
Yeah, definitely.
The likes of Virgil van Dijk has brought a lot of control in the defensive line. Even more recently, Thiago has brought a lot of control.
Yeah. I love Thiago, man, but he's not.
And even Trent. And I think this is the influence of Pep Linders in this possession-based type of football. I think even Jurgen Klopp, as much as sort of he's obsessed with this high. I think Shu mentioned it. His disciple is Arrigo Sacchi from Italy, and although he has these ideas that are sort of imprinted in him, but he understands that football evolves, and this is where maybe Benitez and Jose, to an extent, failed to do. They failed to evolve from that maintaining teams philosophy. Think about the opposition, and then we'll think about how we counter them. But this forward pressing, full throttle football has reined in a bit with the players, and because he understands that you can't keep giving teams chances as well. And although we're still a lot more advanced, because that Jurgen Klopp stamp on the team will never leave Liverpool until he's here. And even when you see recently when playing Newcastle, United, and even Arsenal, the moment we go down to an early goal, we pull the fullbacks high up on the left-hand side, depending who it is, and we go for it. And we put 6 attackers, and we absolutely go full throttle.
But that's how we play.
This is where I score. Sorry?
That's how we start against Bournemouth tomorrow. And
we will do. So look, I agree with you in terms of there was a concern about his training methods or playing style, but I think over the years,
the season
this
isn't
is a
finished
testament
yet.
to his greatness.
Just remember that it's not finished yet. So
Of course.
we'll have this conversation again at the end of the season. We'll see what injury list and we'll compare it and we'll do all of that, and it'll be a fantastic conversation. One last thing, Gravunberch. I think Jurgen Klopp is looking to convert him into a DM for us.
Who's this?
I feel like Gravunberch. I feel like because when that last game come against, because he's become better at anticipating, intercepting the ball, and he also used to be a centre back. He started off as a centre back in his career, so he's more defensive minded than people think, and this is what he's saying himself. I think he come in one of those socials recently and he mentioned it. But that would be fantastic.
Do you think he can do that job, Johnny?
To Gravunberch? Hey, when you got Jurgen Klopp, it don't make a difference, man. Because at Liverpool, we make world class. We don't buy it. We build world class at Liverpool, and that goes for any other club. Dortmund, Klopp put his DNA in there, and it's still running through their veins right now. That blood is still coursing through their veins. And it's Jurgen Klopp, man. He can do anything. With a player, if he thinks he's got the right physicality and he can hack the system, he can make him do. He can do it, man. He's the best in the game. So yeah, he can.
Danny, I don't put anything beyond Jurgen Klopp. He's a genius, and if he turns into a DM, then look, I'd love to see it. I'd probably love to see the process. But I think he doesn't have the discipline.
Yeah.
I don't think he has the natural
He
discipline.
goes to sleep, doesn't he?
He doesn't go to sleep, but I think his main asset is carrying the ball on the
But
half
that's the
turn.
sort of DMs you need nowadays. You can't have DMs.
Yes.
You need versatile DMs, so you should be able to play a couple of any midfield. Plus, he can play DM. Gravenberch can, and he's very young. And he's from a total football DNA in his. Was it Ajax? Was it Ajax or? Yeah, I mean they breed players like that. They have them with a brilliant palette. Canvas, and you can create them how you want. They just have great physicality. They have great mentality, football, tactical knowledge. They go all of that. And Jurgen, I think he can. I think he looks like a DM, but
in terms of his physicality, Danny, 100%. Yeah. And he's got long legs.
And he's got long legs. Like Fabinho. That's it. You see where I'm coming from?
He's got long legs. But Danny, anyway. I'm so thankful of you calling in tonight. Thanks have to move the conversation on, mate, if you don't mind. Well, please do join us next week, Danny. You were a brilliant call. And hopefully, before you go, mate, quick prediction for tomorrow.
5-0 or 4-1.
Danny, I like that, man. I like that.
We're going to face them. I've seen this. Jurgen Klopp does this all the time.
I like that. I'll take a 5-0. Okay. Thank you very much, Danny. Have a good night, mate. And we see you soon.
See you, chap.
There are three regulars.
Asim, before you go, can you say Danny again for me?
Danny. Sorry, it's my Yorkshire accent coming through. Arif, you asking where I'm from? I'm not from Liverpool. I'm from Yorkshire. There's three regulars in the backstage, but I am going to ask their permission if they don't mind. I was bringing a new caller in. It won't be long. Adnan, Muhammad, and Clayton, if you don't mind. You guys are our regulars. You're not going to give me shit later on. So let's add Mozamil Hussein for the comment, for the chat. I actually know this lad very, very well. He's my brother. He's a Man United fan. And this is why I wanted to add him in. People say we don't let Man United fans into the chat. And here's our proof that we've let him talk. He's got his partner with him as well. He's supposed to be on my side. But anyway, you're on mute. You probably make more sense on mute. But whenever you do work it out,
I was going to say thanks for the introduction and the hospitality. I'm likewise, obviously, because we share the same blood. I've also got a few Scully fans sitting here with me in the same room. So we are also, as United fans, we're also very hospitable. Our doors are always open. So are our discussions. Anyway, thanks for the introduction.
Brother,
I hope you're well.
Avi says, which is Steve-O and Marco. I'm the more elegant one. This guy made more out of his talent. So,
look,
before you go, why do you support Man United, or why does Asim support Liverpool?
Sarib, from what I've seen and what I've heard, you're very intelligent.
That's why I support Liverpool, not Manchester United.
Yeah. So look, I know you're a Liverpool fan, so I'm not going to entertain you. And more importantly, I come on to have a discussion about Liverpool. And in fact, a discussion about a Liverpool player that I've obviously been listening to you talk about over recent shows, especially one of your panelists, Blue Chip.
Yeah, he's a tit.
Yeah, I was going to say, as you can see, it was a tongue in cheek. A lot of the comments around, it's Nunez I want to talk about, in fact, because a lot of the, it would have been nice if Blue Chip was on tonight, Avi.
Gene, not Gene. Sorry, I'm too used to saying.
I want him to start on Nunez.
Chip,
and then I'm going to say
get on.
Yeah,
get on.
Anyway, Gene's actually just left my house. He was here with me.
Okay, let's talk. You want to discuss
anyway,
David Nunez?
What I want to talk about is obviously I've been hearing a lot from the panelists. In fact, Sarib and Chani were more of my school of thought, and questioning Nunez's capabilities and his performances as over the last 18 months. And obviously it was Avi and yourself who were backing him up. They were having a go at Liverpool fans for questioning what he's achieved over 18 months, which I found astounding. Because whether you are on the whether you're from the Nunez camp or against, or not against, whether you questioned his level of impact over 18 months, there is no doubt there's a valid debate to be had and questions to be asked about how he's performed after a big money move. There is no doubt about that.
As
And
well.
you know,
I'll
the
be
thing
honest
was,
with you.
what I found astounding
point,
was that you,
fair point.
Blue Chip and yourself, were having a go at the Liverpool fans that were coming on, including Sarib and Chinese, to say, why are you questioning him?
No,
Which
no.
I found
Wrong.
absolutely
That's
ridiculous
fake.
for
That's
a guy
fake
who's
news.
been there. Listen, let me
That is
finish and then you
fake.
can respond.
You liked
Let,
it. You
let,
liked
let me,
it.
let me finish, then you can
Okay,
respond.
carry on. All right, carry
What
on.
I found astounding is for a guy who's been there 18 months and who's not, in terms of, who's bought as a striker without a shadow of a doubt, at
Oh,
good
yeah.
money,
Yeah.
and after 18 months, he cannot put a ball in the back of the net with any confidence from 6 yards. He scored the odd belter, which people like Danilo can do, as you saw him do for Nottingham Forest tonight, when they just have a go. I've heard you say that when he has to think about his finishing, then he's in trouble.
This is true.
But when he doesn't think, he's brilliant. Which
that's true.
striker on the planet,
That's a fact.
right, can you say doesn't think about his finishing? It's absolutely shocking that you guys can sit on there and say,
you've
when he
literally got,
doesn't have to think,
you've
he's
literally got
brilliant.
one.
But when he has to
You've
think, he's
literally
brilliant.
got one yourself.
How can you defend a guy who's been bought in to score goals as a number 9 and has got a mediocre record, and every time, 9 times out of 10, when he gets an absolute sitter, he misses it, and you probably put your house on him missing a sitter, that you can defend him and say he's been good over the last 18 months.
Let me take this on. Wait,
No, I want to ask you to take you on. Sorry,
no, I want to.
Sorry,
No,
sorry, listen. Sorry, listen. Sorry, this is above your station. This is above your station.
No, I'm not talking
Asim,
on
go
the station, so I'm gonna school you.
I want
instead.
Asim. I don't want you. I'm sorry. I'm going for the Premier League. I don't want the
Asim
Championship.
doesn't need to waste his
I
breath.
don't
He
want the
doesn't need- he
Championship.
doesn't
I'm
need
going for
to.
the Premier League.
He doesn't
I
need to
don't want
waste
the
his breath.
Championship.
He
Listen,
doesn't
mate,
need to
I'm
waste his
sorry.
breath.
Sorry, with
Sarib,
all due respect,
Sarib.
I want Asim. I want Asim. I don't want you. Championship
Because you
later.
know I'll school you.
I
I'll
want the
school you.
no. You get schooled by Blue Chip, man.
What do you mean I
Anyway,
get schooled by
Asim,
Blue
go on.
Chip? It's not
Mute
Blue
him.
Chip. It's
Mute
not
Sarib.
United fan.
Mute
I'm not
Sarib.
no Nunez
Mute
slander.
Sarib.
Only I can do that. You
Can you
can't.
mute Sarib
Only
and
I'm
get
allowed.
Asim on? I want Asim, man, with his notes.
Asim, school him.
Because
Asim,
I want his notes to pull out facts like Nunez scores.
Look, your first point, Muzi, was about David Nunez and me saying, like, who, in terms of defending him as a striker and defending him in terms of how his composure is, this and that. Whoever says David Nunez doesn't need to bag more goals is a deluded bloody fan and a plain liar. I've never said that he's a brilliant finisher. He's not an instinctive striker. All these are aspects that is just you see on a week-to-week basis.
Have you
Well,
seen
you have to
anything
understand that.
18
No.
months
Wait.
All right, go on.
I gave you 10
That's
minutes.
100
Of
views.
Yeah,
pure
go
waffle.
on.
I gave you pure 10 minutes of pure
Yeah,
waffle.
all right, go.
What my point is he's had 18 months, no problem. When he came, look, you're probably going to take this as a cynic and say, oh, why are you talking about the pressure of an 85 million price tag? Why are you talking about his confidence and the language barrier? But talk about and speak to any professional footballer. I know you weren't very good at football, but, trying to explain to you is in terms of professional football, whether you're playing Sunday league football or professional football, language barrier is a big thing. But I'm not going to even talk about that. His finishing and his general play wasn't good enough. When he came, he got sent off in the first or the second game. Liverpool were going through a massive, crisis at the time. We were coming off a quadruple season. Then we came into the season full of expectation. But little did we know that most of the fans knew that our midfield was done and we weren't invested in it. We were going for Chouameni and the likes of these guys. So the manager knew our midfield needed refreshing. But we ended up spending that money on Nunez. And for me, and you can ask these guys, Sarib earlier, even though he wasn't on that time, but Gene and Blue Chip will tell you, I kept on saying, look, we've got Darwin Nunez, but we need to give the players support. There's no point buying a number 9 if you can't provide the service. And who was providing that service? With all due respect, it was Jordan Henderson, the guy who lost his legs, who can't play back to goal, who can't receive the play to back to goal. And so you have to when you talk about Darwin Nunez, you have to provide the context. So Liverpool were going through a massive dysfunctional midfield, trying to generate the same sort of level of the previous quadruple chasing season, and they couldn't do it. Then midway through the season, or just after that, we changed system. Now, this was a big thing. And if you see the preseason prior to that, we were trying to get the likes of Trent and these guys closer. The Charity Shield game, Blue Chips just arrived with his bat. Well, I won't be long. Let me finish.
Moza.
Avi,
You see
Oi,
this?
you know what I said to China?
You see this? This bat is older than my dad. It still needs a bit of polishing up.
You know what I
needs
said to
a bit of
China? I'm
polishing
going to China. I'm going to go for Avi, and I guarantee you he's going to come on.
Avi, give me 5 minutes. Give me 5 minutes.
5 minutes. I haven't got 5 minutes, but you haven't got 5 minutes.
Please let me talk, man.
2 minutes, jaldi kar. 2 minutes, jaldi kar.
No, I have to give you the context.
It's the crease, look at the David Nunez
you don't-
size.
You have to understand that this guy.
Asim, you get all
No.
that.
Let me conclude. This is a striker.
Oh,
that was These guys are funny. You can't. Muzi, he came with the 85 million price tag. The pressures. You
I
have
can
to
get all
see his
that.
improvement. We look a better team with David Nunez in.
That's a
in
different
the
context.
first team.
Asim, look, what I'm saying to you is this.
No. I give you my point.
Finish your points, man. Take
David Nunez is not the greatest finishers because the stats will prove that his XG is nowhere
Can you
near
be a good
enough.
finisher and finish, please?
I can't finish myself. I'm sorry.
Asim,
Depends
look,
what I'm finishing. Depends what
All
I'm
right,
finishing.
finish
guys.
round.
Listen, can I
I'm
come in
rounding
on
it
this?
up with that. You have to give him time. You have to give him time. He's had 18 months. Liverpool, in terms of what he provides as the overall player, probably bar Jota, obviously Salah is in his own league. He gives us so much more.
Yeah,
So
Asim,
much
look,
more. Do you
I've
really
heard that
think?
whole argument now.
And do
Listen
you
to
really
my
think
response.
if he wasn't giving so much to the team, Jurgen Klopp would pick him? Do you think Jurgen Klopp is picking him because he was 85 million?
Asim, I'll tell you why. Let me respond to you now. Listen
Tell me
to this
that.
one.
Sarib,
Listen to
get
this
off your
one.
phone.
Listen, the first thing is, you know, all your context about the systems and the players and the midfield and Henderson, all of that, that could be questionable if Nunez wasn't being provided with the chances. The problem is he's getting chance after chance after
This
chance.
season he is.
Listen.
This season he is, I admit that.
Listen. And he's missing them chances. That's the
This-
problem.
No,
Listen.
this season he is.
Listen. And he's missing them chances. And we've had half the season and he's missing them chances. That's the problem. He's
Let me
missing more sitters than anybody else in the Premier League. Secondly, the reason why, there's no doubt his all-round game is very good. The way he holds the ball, the way he runs the channels, etc., which is absolutely fine. That's very, very good. To be honest, in the modern day game, a striker needs to have that. However, the most difficult thing for any player to do is to put the ball in the back of the net. And that's the primary job of a number 9. That's the bottom line. No matter how good they are.
Let
I'll
me
tell
come
you
in
why.
He's played more games off the left.
It's a perception. It's a perception.
Asim,
Gabriel
I'm
Jesus.
finishing.
How many goals?
Let me
How
come in
many
on this.
goals
I've
has
got to go.
Henderson-
Listen, 1 minute.
Let me
Asim, 1 minute.
I'm
Muzi, 1
finishing,
minute.
I'm finishing. Let me
Oh,
finish
you're
my point.
finishing,
I'm
you
finishing. Give me 10
Perception.
seconds.
It's perception.
Asim,
Gabriel
let-
Jesus. How many goals has he got this season?
All right, let me finish my
Asim,
point.
let him
me
finish
my
before.
point.
You're talking rubbish now, Asim.
Listen, let me
Muzi,
finish
finish.
my point.
Sorry.
Thank you. Just 30 seconds. The other thing is at the moment, because Salah from the from the wing is a unique talent, is one in a is a generational talent. Because
Oh, you admit that now, do you?
listen, because for Liverpool, he is scoring more goals than any other winger would score. He's compensating for the lack of goals from Nunez. And that's what Mane and Salah used to do for Firmino, even though he was a different player. Firmino never missed sitters like him. Anyway, because he's compensating for him, it's allowing Nunez to get away with it and the team to get away with it. The moment Salah goes, and it won't be long, that's when you lot sitting on here and blue tick will start taking his pent off.
Oh,
Because
yaar, have some respect. Blue chip, not blue tick. Yaar, come on,
oh,
please.
sorry, you're not blue chip. You'll start taking his pent off because that's when it'll start hurting you. You know, the comments like, how many points has he lost us? I've never heard a more idiotic comment in my life. A striker gains you points, you don't lose your points. Defender loses
Okay,
points.
Muzi, tell me one thing.
Right,
Muzi, tell me one thing.
Bye.
Let me read. No.
For the
Asim,
guy
you
who's
Asim,
being
you two.
defending.
You're
Avi,
wiped off.
keep
A
that
blue
now.
chip.
Avi.
Aja.
You two live
guy-
opposite each other.
Blue
You can
chip,
have this
Aja.
argument in
Get the ball in
person.
your hand.
You
Get the
two
ball
live in
in
a
your hand.
cul-de-sac. You live in a cul-de-sac for fuck's sake. You two can have this argument in person. Muzi, 1 minute, yeah? Muzi.
Avi,
Tell me
who's
one
calling
thing.
you here?
Asim's good.
Muzi,
Asim's
1 minute.
bold.
Muzi, 1 minute.
Avi, I want Avi, man. I want Avi. Asim's
Muzi, 1 minute.
ball.
Muzi.
Hold it.
Avi, Avi, I'm going to let you go now. You
Who's
go.
your mute?
I haven't even said anything. Oi, Asim, I haven't said
You're not
anything.
needed
yaar.
tonight. You're not needed tonight. I'm gonna delete you. Or stay quiet. Let me respond to him. Muzi,
You've been responding for the last 5 minutes.
you won't let me speak. Now you won't let me speak.
I will
Muzi-
have you, man.
Okay, listen,
I
Asim,
will-
I've only got 2 things to
I
say, then
will
I'm
have
gone.
it.
All right, let him speak. All right,
Asim,
Muzi,
let me
thank
go.
you.
Let me go.
No,
Okay,
no,
Sarib
no.
small. Yeah, I'm here now. Okay, but that prize here. Muzi, let me teach you a lesson. Muzi,
All right,
you
go
brought
on.
Andy Cole from Newcastle, 6 million. You remember this these days? Were you born
I remember
during that
that. I
era? Yeah, you
remember
were born. Yeah, okay. Andy Cole, yeah, you bought 6-7 million. He was a prolific goal scorer. He would score 20, 25, maybe even 30 when York was. How many chances would he miss? Chances galore he would miss. You persisted with him. Fergie persisted with him. He rewarded him with goals, got the treble
Never
and
missed
whatnot.
it to that
Hold on. Yeah, sabr karo.
look
Anthony
at
Martial, you bought for 55 million from Monaco.
He's shit.
But you persisted with him for 6-7 years now, almost since 2015. Yeah,
but Martial can
2015.
finish. Martial can finish though.
Marcus Rashford, you persisted with in the number 9 position for how many years now? For how many years?
No, no, he hasn't played. He played.
You drift him on the left, you drift him
No,
centrally, but he wasn't your
sparingly
central.
played number 9. That's wrong. That's a wrong example. Rashford
Rasmus Højlund,
90% plays on the wing.
Oh, yeah, let me finish, yaar.
Oh, Rasmus Højlund's
Oh,
been here
mere
3
bra,
years,
let
man.
me
How
finish.
are you playing now?
Rasmus
Muzi, let him
Højlund,
finish. Muzi, let him finish.
Rasmus Højlund, another one for 80 million. He's not gonna score more than he's not gonna score more than
Do you know
gonna
what's
score
in the
more than
future?
10
Do you know what's in
league
the
goals this
future?
season.
Rasmus Højlund
He's not
is
gonna
the
score more than
fittest
10 league
and
goals.
He's playing in a shit team that's not creating any chances.
Oh yeah, how can you say
How
shit?
you talking shit?
How can you say that? Okay,
You're
Anthony.
talking shit, man.
Anthony.
You're talking
Muzi,
shit. Get him off.
Anthony.
Sarib,
What about Anthony?
Avi's talking shit.
What's Anthony's excuse? Oh, yaar.
Listen, I take
What's
it back.
Anthony's
Sarib,
excuse?
Your championship, Avi, your fucking League 2. Piss off.
What is Anthony's excuse?
Muzi,
He talks about Andy Cole.
Let me ask you
Oh
a
yeah,
question.
no. What's Anthony's excuse?
Sarib, come on.
What is Anthony's excuse? See, no. Hold on. Muzi, on a real one. What's Anthony's excuse? What's Sancho's excuse?
This is the quality of PNR and Liverpool.
You
fans.
spent 160 million, 160 million, 160 million,
You're not
160 million on
Put the flag
Anthony,
on,
on Anthony and Sancho. 160, and he's gone. That's it. I removed him. Get him out of here. I took him out. If he's not going to listen, I took him out. You spent 160 million on Anthony and Sancho. Absolute waste of time. Waste of time. You come on here giving us shit. You gave us shit about Darwin Nunez. I've named you 5 players.
Avi,
You
only
can't get a tune
motion,
out of. You can't
Only
get a tune out of
motion.
5 of those players.
Avi, you're pulling out a totally different argument. We're not defending
Muzi,
Sancho as a
Muzi,
number 9. We're not
Muzi,
defending
Muzi.
Rashford as a number 9. We're not
Muzi.
defending anybody as a number 9. And going back to Andy Cole, when he first came for the first 18 months or so here, he did miss chances, but he never missed 5 sitters a game.
Oh, yeah, come off it, Muzi. How would he not miss 4 or 5 chances?
Avi,
He had Beckham on the
Avi,
wing, Roy
Avi,
Keane.
Avi, you fucking didn't have Sky Sports then. You didn't even watch Andy Cole, mate. What are you on about?
Avi,
You fucking
give
will
me
sit
5
in
minutes.
India with a
Avi,
fucking matchstick.
Avi, give me 5 minutes. Muzi, look,
Oh.
this is my argument.
Avi, you're gone, mate. Go back off. Bring Sarib, man. These two are failed.
Muzi, all right.
Bring the young pretender. Young pretender, come on.
Listen, Asim, you're letting a Man United fan run roost over this channel.
Muzi,
Get him
you've
off.
given all the silly statements now. Obviously, he's just trying to create a bit of drama. That's all it is. Talk facts.
Yara,
Talk
Sarib,
football.
young pretender, come on. Aja.
Muzi, this is my argument. Are you
Sorry,
going to listen
Steve,
or
I
are
got
you
it
going to
level.
just Are you going to just be loud? Or are you going to just have a proper conversation?
All right, listen, but if you can start talking shit like that transfer guru
I've
over there.
named you
about
facts.
Sancho
I've
being
named
a
you
striker,
facts.
Martial being Rashford being a striker.
Are you gonna have a proper conversation?
All right, gone. Avi gone. Asim gone.
Darwin
Avi's
Nunez
failed.
in
Avi's
the last
failed.
year. has a
Muzi, look, Muzi, people are calling you fruitcake.
Avi,
Fruitcake.
man. Avi,
Ras malai ban gaye.
Avi, kasme tari emotion. I failed you, man.
Muzi,
I failed you.
Darwin Nunez has had 18 goal involvements in the last year.
Asim,
Yeah.
we're talking about finishing. As a striker, as a number
He's
9.
24 years old. He's 24 years old. He's 24.
We agree.
Don't
we
you
agree
listen?
about
Don't you
all our
listen?
games. His
Don't
all
you
our games
listen?
good. His all
My
our
opening
games good.
Okay,
statement.
Khudafis,
Abi,
मैं जा रहा हूँ, मैं जा रहा हूँ.
No,
Khudafis.
stay here, man.
You said go. It's
My
not
opening statement.
it's my day off today, yaar. Chutti hai.
Where's Sarib gone?
I think Sarib's coming back. It's my shutti today. Okay, Muzi, love you, man. Love you, yaar.
Avi, just having a laugh, man. Don't take
No,
it personally. Yeah?
Yeah, it's so love. I know.
Abi, stay
Just
there
having
for
a beer,
five.
Sugar.
Stay there
Oh,
for five.
okay, I'll fill in.
Muzi,
Avi keep
my
bowling there. Avi keep
opening,
bowling
my
there.
opening statement said Darwin Nunez's finishing needs to be better.
And I agreed.
So what's
His
your
complete
point?
game, his all-round game is all good. I accept that.
And that's where I am at the moment.
But I think what you got
Darwin
to understand
Nunez,
is that the most important thing for a striker and the hardest thing is to put the ball in the back of the net.
agreed.
So you can't justify an 80 million pound striker who can't score sitters.
Look, did like someone like Bobby?
Muzi,
Bobby
he's
came.
24
He
years
wasn't
old.
the
Bobby's finishing was good.
Let me speak for fuck's sake. Bobby came in.
All right, go.
Was he the false nine? Was he the false nine when he came in? He wasn't. He got converted. Yeah.
Yeah, he converted. He was more.
Did we
Yeah,
talk about
absolutely.
Bobby's goals? And I'm not saying he's Bobby in terms of technical ability, how he sort of so he was a catalyst on the halfway line and connected play. But Darwin Nunez makes us a better team, and not just in terms of our play, but how he sort of gives the opposition an absolute nightmare in terms of he pulls them back. He makes us look better. Every single game that you see Darwin Nunez not playing, it's a lot easier for the opposition.
we're talking
And
the
I'm not saying he needs to be that player. The goals need to come, and you're right. When the goals dry up for Salah and the goals dry up for Jota, when we need him, and I can understand the point of view.
So we agree then. We agree.
No, but you're saying he's a complete write-off. That's
No,
what
I'm not saying it's a complete
that's the
write-off.
perception
I'm saying after 18 months,
you.
after 18 months, what you have to say is his finishing has not improved an iota. Is if anything, he's missing more sitters. His all-round game has improved. He's got a lot better. Even his sort of interplays, come on somewhat. But the bottom line is, after 18 months, you cannot make excuses for him after 18 months about settling. You can give, when a person goes to a foreign league, you have to give him 12 months. You have to give him 12 months to settle. Family, the handbag is not quite right. His trousers are falling off at home.
Why would
All of
Martial
that,
then?
I accept all of that. But after 12 months,
Why
the
would Martial
excuses have
then?
to stop. But
What's
he's
Martial's
missed-
excuse?
Muzi, you used to
I mean,
compare.
Martial's shit, I accept it, so there's no argument.
Anthony?
Anthony's a pile of shit, he's worth 20 million. We accept it.
Sancho?
Sancho's a pussy, he's worth 5.5 pence.
So we're top of the league with Darwin Nunez.
Well, that's a different
Forefronting
argument.
out number 9 position. We're top of the league. Why should we be complaining?
I'll tell you why, Avi. I'll tell you why. Because one, Arsenal are very poor at the moment, right? Two, Man City only get going in January, and they're going to get going now, and they're going to win the league by 10 points.
Ifs and
Who
buts.
or
No,
not
but
you?
nothing's set in stone, though. We're still top of the league.
Yeah, but
We're still top of the league.
What
The
does
facts.
January mean?
Muzi,
Avi, that's silly.
Muzi,
Do you
Muzi, I'm going to be
believe-
very rational now.
I
I'm
don't
going to be
know.
very rational.
Liverpool fans, do you
I'm going to be
believe
very
in
rational now with you.
No.
Muzi, I'm not going to.
Avi, listen.
Muzi, anyone
19
can shout and rant here. We can have this on the phone conversation on WhatsApp. Yeah, Muzi, let me tell you, we're top of the league. Yeah, he has. What's his XG this season, Asim? He's contributed like 19 times, 9 goals, and he's got 10 assists. Yeah, Muzi.
A goal
He's
in
kind
one
of taken. He's kind of taken.
Avi,
And he's missed
a
the
goal,
most
a goal
chances
or
in the league.
assist
But Avi,
every
the point-
93 minutes.
93 minutes.
And
Muzi,
he's
what
missed
more
the
do we
most
want from our
chances in the
forward?
Premier League.
What more do we want from our forward?
And I'll tell you why. He's missed the most chances in the whole of the Premier League from any striker.
Okay, Tiki.
Go check that as well.
I
Well,
agree
listen,
with that.
We create the most as well.
Muzi, I
know.
totally agree with that. But if that
I know,
issue,
but
if we're still addressing that issue next year, then maybe it becomes a conversation. But right now, top of the league in all 4 competitions, there's nothing to argue about.
Avi,
There is not a disagreement here.
Avi, no. The point is, right, what you got to understand is, you ask any rational Liverpool fan, 99% of them will say Liverpool are not going to win the league this year. There's an outside chance. Why? Because A, your midfield's probably not where it should be. And B, Salah's leading that line pretty much on his own. So you're probably at the end of the season, you will probably be 7 to 8 points behind City, more 9 times out of 10. So the top of the league.
That's your prediction. That's your prediction.
No, that's reality, and everybody knows.
How's
that.
it reality? It's not even happening yet. How's it
It will be.
reality?
It will be. Everybody knows that.
Who do you want?
Everybody
Okay,
knows
Muzi, can I ask you a question as a United fan? Yeah, be as partial as you can be, because I know these are very, very hard questions for a United fan.
I'll be honest.
Who do you want? Who do you want to win the league?
Anyone but Liverpool.
So you don't mind if Man City win it again?
Oh, look, I don't get no pleasure in Man City winning it, but it's the case of the lesser evil, isn't it?
Chalo, theek
But anyway, boys, it's been a pleasure. Obviously, I just created a little bit of drama just for Sugar Mela.
Yeah, there is a lot of drama to happen. There's a lot more drama to come. Don't worry.
I know. I don't want to see you in person. You're going to say me, you know.
Nahi. It's all love.
Anyway, boys,
It's
it's
all
been a
love.
pleasure, man. Like watching your shows, man. It's a good laugh. Even though I'm a United fan.
What a
Really good shows, man. But anyway, if you want some more hits, some more likes, just let me know. I'll come on again.
All right, I'm off as well. I'm off.
All right, man. Okay.
Chalo, theek hai. I'm off. I'm off. It's my day off. I don't need.
Let's keep it
Someone
moving,
calls
yeah.
me out. I'm gonna come on.
Okay. You stand by, yeah.
Chalo, theek
Yeah.
hai.
Leave that back in the room, Avi. You might need it. Kibria and Adnan, I'm gonna add you together because we've got a few people waiting in the backstage. We've got NBA and we've got Kaden as well. I think Kaden's the first time caller and he's a big supporter of ours, so I need to get him on. So let's welcome Muhammad, Mo, and Adnan. How are we doing, boys? How's it going? Sorry to leave you in backstage. Did you need some earbuds? You've got some headphones already, Mo. But Adnan, what did you make of that, Rola?
The brother loving it.
Oh, to be honest with you, that was quite sort of sensible. It can get really out and off camera. But yeah, what did you guys want to talk about today?
Go for it, Adnan.
No, you go, Mohammed. You go first.
No, I'm just, I guess, like a bit of calm. We're top of the league. Everyone just needs to relax. Like these United fans, they'd love to be in our position. So just stop begging it. Nunez is that guy. We always have that kind of back and forth, don't we? Like, and I've got certain kind of Chelsea, even Arsenal fans, season ticket holders, and they've mentioned they'd love a Nunez in their team. You mentioned Gabby Jesus. When they thought they're going to get a 20-odd goal scorer. He's done nothing. So he's crocked more than he's playing games. So if you're right, mate, you're quiet in the background.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yes, so we're all good. Just saying, just stay calm. Win the game tomorrow. Go 5 points clear. No added pressure. All good.
Adnan, no pressure. No pressure. Did you say, Mo?
Yeah,
Confident mood.
We don't need to have no pressure. Man, we're on top of the league. I think we're in the even third gear. If you look at our season throughout the whole of this campaign, we haven't even clicked yet. Where we normally would click the way when we used to have Mane, Salah, Firmino, games where we used to destroy teams, not actually, let them have some of the possession. We used to literally destroy teams. So if you could be on top of the table at 20 games gone now, and we haven't clicked yet. Klopp's the only person, if you look at it, can go 14 games unbeaten. He's done it before. We're the team, and that's why Pep always says it. He said it again this season. Liverpool, the only team that can actually, go me toe-to-toe all the way throughout the season. That's why he knows if Klopp gets it right with his team, he can keep him all the way to the end of the season. Our problem only is that if we keep our players fit, we need Konate fit throughout the whole season. They need to manage him because he is a beast when he is playing on form. If you can keep Konate, so if you can rotate Quansah on the low games, make sure Konate is fit for the major games, then we do have a chance. It's just how we're gonna.
Is he that important, Adnan? Konate?
I do think he is. If you look at the certain games that we do play, he's one of them defenders, I guess. You look at Arsenal game where he was stuck in, blocking. He was showing Van Dijk what Van Dijk used to do at the beginning when he first came. That season when we won, Van Dijk was doing what Konate was doing. Gomez was doing what Konate was doing when we won that season. Because Gomez was like a beast at that time because they were both playing really good. The thing is, them both have had injuries and it's slowly brought them back. Gomez has been really good this season as well. He's played different positions, but he has been on the game. So it's about getting this team balanced right. Hopefully, the midfield, he can get it right. I think Maka's more of a player, but they're using him as a 6. He's doing the job, which is good, which Klopp likes. He likes his versatile players. Where your brother was saying Nunez, and they're all going to hate him because it's one of them things that he's missing loads of chances, but I prefer him as a left. I don't think he's a natural striker because the way, if you look at his football, how Salah gets so many goals as well is that he takes defenders out of their position. He drags players out of their natural position of being where they are. So if Nunez's job is to cause havoc in their defense, that it gives our other players the chance to score. They don't see that side. They only see it, he missed a 6-yard. Ronaldo came first year, he was missing loads. You look at all their players, Man United have always had players where they miss loads. Everyone has it. It's overall when his season grows. Like this season, Nunez is getting better. If he next season, if he doesn't totally improve, then yeah, you can say, look, this guy's not gonna be. He's not gonna do what he's doing right now. It's not gonna work for him. But if he's getting 20 goals a season, 10 to 15 assists, what more do you want from a player? In this day and age, that's the perfect kind of thing that you want from a player.
Look, I think, you know, he came in the same summer as Haaland, and everybody knew it doesn't matter who the striker is at City because they create a lot of chances. And obviously, we've come to that sort of chance creation level as well as City over the last 12 months or so as well. But honestly, I'm not just saying it because I'm trying to put some sort of agenda out that I don't want to really go against our player. I genuinely believe in Darwin Nunez. And Adnan, I disagree to an extent is in terms of a lot of fans, I can understand it as well, where you see a lot of his swashbuckling, dynamic play from the left-hand side. But I believe that is because he's given the freedom from the central roles. People see him run those left-sided channels, right-sided channels, and they think he's playing from the left. He's not playing from the left. He's making those runs like no other striker can make. You know, we've seen Gakpo, we've seen Jota. Jota makes them runs better than Gakpo, but Gakpo probably wants it to feet at times. We saw it in the game against, I think it was it United? No, the Arsenal game, I think it was. But, you know, many examples we can give where he likes the ball to his feet. He's got a better touch than, you know, Nunez. But in terms of starting from that position, from the left-hand side, I don't want Nunez to do that unless we're coming up against a team like someone like City, who probably will have the more ball than us, especially away from home, where he can be the out ball and where he can be the ball in transitions and he can hurt opposition. But if you're going to face teams at Anfield, generally speaking, who are going to come and park a bus 9 out of 10 times, then we need a player who's a bit smarter. But I like that dynamic between Jota and Nunez. We may see it tomorrow, where they're interchanging from the central position because both want to come into the inside positions and, you know, put their, you know, studs on the ball, but also want to get and create space on the left-hand side and run at the fullback as well. And I think you'll see that duo or that dynamic tomorrow, and I'll think it will work perfectly. So, look, I'm looking forward to seeing the development, the evolution of Darwin Nunez. But where I am at the moment, he's a central striker who is more potent playing on the shoulder or defenses. And everything you see is part of his versatility. And I think you'll see that. And once we're not talking about Darwin Nunez's position if a few more goals go in. And I mentioned a few stats a couple of weeks ago about he's hitting a lot of the shots. Whenever those strikers, generally speaking, in sort of historically speaking, are not converting chances, their XG on target is a lot lower than their overall XG. But Darwin Nunez is a really weird example where his XG on target is really high. And in theory, his XG overall should be higher. So obviously he's hitting the keeper. He's hitting a lot of the time. He's snapping at shots as well. My firm belief is, how long can this go on for? If he keeps on turning up in those positions and he's not scared to be in those positions because he's got world-class movement, which I believe he has, then I think the floodgates will open sooner rather than later. Well, let's see what happens. But it's an interesting point. And I can understand, Muzzy was shouting and effing and blinding. I can understand the argument of Darwin Nunez more, of he came for 85 million. He's your main striker. The hardest job in the world in football is to put it in the onion bag. And he's not doing it. And that's what you bought him for. But we have to understand he's providing a lot more. And if he wasn't providing a lot more to the team, then that's when I'd have a lot of problem with him.
100%. And obviously, it's got Mo Salah into a different gear this year. He's back to his best, right? Like, without Nunez, you take that element away, that player away, and is Salah getting those goals? So, there's a lot. Look, end of the day, it's about the team. We're not too fast. If the team can kind of get, you know, we've said this, you know, several times in the group, your kind of shows and so on. We take an arm and a leg for this position at the minute. I don't think, if you ask any solid Liverpool fan out there, would we be 2 points clear above the Arsenal from last season, where they've kind of obviously broke their record with Declan Rice, and the juggernaut team in City. Like, Every fan would take it. So we're in a good position, boys and girls. Stay calm. Jurgen Klopp is the guy. He'll take us to different levels. Just going back to the other brother who called in, like comparing to with Arsene Wenger. Arsene Wenger never won a Champions League trophy, mate.
Oh yes, tell him more. Tell him.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I like that. I like that. But do you understand? Do you understand the similarities or the comparisons more?
the stubbornness, and the arrogance. I get it. Yeah.
But every winner or every genius has a stubborn side to them, don't they? Is that what makes them great?
100%, and you can. It's the swing of the bat, isn't it? Like which way you see the conversation, the flip of a coin, whatever you want to say. Yeah, it's a difficult one. Like Arsenal fans can kind of argue, well, you know, Wenger waited with the money invested at the Emirates, but he bought good players in Ozil and Sanchez, and spent big bucks. Tried to nab Luis Suarez, obviously, off us as well. Yeah, I get the comparison. And you know, the Fergie and Pep, I know they've got money behind them.
Yeah.
But they pump into new players, invest into players every year, and you see the likes of Jack Grealish sitting on the bench, 100 million. So we don't have the luxury, unfortunately.
Exactly. There's a few comments on the chat, Sarib. I think the chat doesn't know that you've been really unwell. You had to come home, from work early as well. But this is what I call commitment. Sarib's been on the camera and he's clearly not feeling well. But this is the motivation. This is the commitment. This is all part of Sarib's consistency. But Sarib, do chip in when you can. Adnan, do you see any similarities, fair comparisons that you can make between our genius and the genius down at Highbury and London?
You probably could. Wenger's early days, you know, he used to get young talent. He used to nurture them and make them better players. So if you look at that, if you look at Klopp, he did the same thing. He used to buy, you know, like not really good players at the time, and we used to turn him into world-class players. There's a similarity that Wenger used to do the same thing at that time as well. But our Klopp is somewhere else. He's totally different. You look at this day and age, with the money that's been pumped into the Premier League, and he still manages to buy £35 million players, and you know, used to get the best out of them. It's a miracle in itself. I think Klopp is more of a coach type of player. He was a players manager type of player. If you look at Milner's interview, he said they had an interview with him. He goes, Klopp was just something else. His management is something totally. He would you know, take total different situations. That's why he likes versatile players, because he buys players that fit his system. He doesn't need like, oh, I need to go and buy this player. Or I need to go. He needs a player that's going to suit his system. That's why you look at Dortmund. They say he used to buy players that no one's ever heard of. Lewandowski was never heard of. You know, all the players that were at Dortmund, no one heard of them. So Klopp is a different way manager. Wenger was different in his way. Every era you have your own in it. It's like our old Shankly, Bob Paisley. They were totally different. You understand? They say Ferguson and all that. You look at Bob Paisley of ours. You look at what trophy he's won in less time. Imagine those guys had money like what.
None. You have to tell Sarib who Bob Paisley was. Yay!
I'm sure Sarib knows Bob Paisley, man.
I'm only joking. I'm trying to make him. I'm
getting shots fired for no reason. At least Asim's letting me talk, innit? At least Asim.
But you know what? I'm gonna let you do a lot more talking, because I'm gonna make the conversation move more. Adnan, as ever, thank you very much for all your support. Adnan, are you part of the BNR WhatsApp group?
No.
We need to get you added in, man. You need your brilliant takes and brilliant opinions as well. So I'll get in touch with you on Twitter or anything, or DM me on Twitter and I'll send you the link.
I'm not on Twitter, but I'm on Facebook. Are you on Facebook?
Yes, I am.
I'll pop you up.
You're so old, man. On Facebook, man. It was 2005.
Bob Paisley was on Facebook. Take care, guys, and we shall catch you very, very soon.
I
Take
think
care.
Bob Paisley played as a right winger, a very good player for Liverpool, and scored so many goals. I think our record goal scorer, Bob Paisley. No,
I
greatest
think
British
we
player of all
can't
time.
waste any more time, Sarib. And add probably our biggest supporter, whether it's on Twitter, whether it's on YouTube. Kieran, it's nice to put a face to a name. It's a big welcome to your debut on the BNR, if that's right.
Yeah, definitely by video, mate. Yeah.
Good stuff. How are you doing, mate? And I like that top as well.
Can we call you?
People didn't like that top.
Can we call you KT?
Yeah, if you want. Been called worse.
Sounds.
Kieran, what do you want to talk about tonight, mate? It's your show,
All right.
your opinions. Go for it.
Few quick points. Let's start with Nunez. 64 million, rising to 85. He's not there yet. But yeah, so you did touch on the point. So his shots on target. I mean, he's 22. He's 22 in comparison to Salah at 31. It'll come for him. So he played central striker for 11 to 15 games. It was painfully obvious that he needed to play there, but that'll come. The other thing, well, the main thing for me is I'm not saying that we're going to enter the period of dominance that United had in the 90s and noughties, but the way we've overhauled our squad over the past few years, have we got to the stage where we can cherry pick sort of 2 to 3 signings again? We don't need massive overhauls every summer now. We started in defence, then went to attack, and then obviously this season we've done the midfield. I think this summer we brought back the lost summer. There's talk about where we potentially should have done something. So we can go out and cherry pick, and obviously sort of we've got a plan going forwards with the youth. What we're doing, so we're taking advantage of sort of the rules that are coming in left, right, and centre, and what are going to be the downfall of City and Chelsea and that.
Yeah, 100%. Sarib, thoughts?
No, I have a question for you, Kieran. I have a question for you.
Go on, mate.
So you spoke about Darwin Nunez, and he's not quite hit the money at the moment, right? 64 million rising to 85 million, right?
I'd say his all-round game I'm quite happy with. So the frustration can be these big chances. XG is the most annoying statistic in football.
It's stupid. Stupid.
Yeah.
For me, do you think Nunez can be that kind of striker, or will be that striker to like take us to like titles? But I know what you mean. We look at Haaland, we look at Mbappe, we look at the pinnacle, the guys that score the 30 goals up front. Mbappe more from the wing, but you got one robot in our league that just puts the ball in the net for fun. You know, more appearances and goals. It's kind of changed now, but do you think Nunez can ever be that style of player for us? That type of guy that can just keep putting the balls in the back of the net, or is he always going to be a 1 in 5? Because I think the stuff that Nunez does it reminds me a lot of Mo Salah when he first came to Liverpool. Maybe not the goal tally, but he missing 1 in 4 chances. But Salah so many, and he was really, if you remember clearly, when he first came to Liverpool, Mo Salah, he wasn't exactly as clinical as he is now. He was putting the ball very close to the keeper. Just it was just that touch too close to the goalkeeper. Just need to bend it a bit out. Do you think the penny will drop with Nunez where he can be that kind of 40-30 goal season striker like Mo Salah?
I mean, these players are abnormal. So we go back sort of 20 years. So Asim's just old enough to remember the 90s when we were talking about Premier League top scorers were 20 goals a season. We had Kevin Phillips hit 30 in a season for Sunderland, Alan Shearer 31. It's only over the past 10, 15 years sort of goals been added to the league. But that's as a result of Messi and Ronaldo and things like that. So these guys don't come around all the time. But to answer your question, you look at Nunez's first season in Benfica, he done exactly the same and blew up in the second season. So he's being asked to play centrally this year. He hasn't quite cottoned on that he's probably quicker than most centre backs in the league, so he don't need to be offside so much. but I think it'd be a solid 20 goal season striker the way we play, sort of Salah's abnormal. We had Mane and Salah hit 22 joint top goal scorers a few years back. If they came up with those numbers, and you had sort of your Jotas and Gakpo sort of 15 to 20 as well. So that's exactly what the foundation of our front three has been for the past 7 years. So it's not too dissimilar to it. It's a new style of play, but this season we're adding goals from midfield. We hadn't had that for the whole working period that we had Henderson, Wijnaldum, and Fabinho. It's a totally different Liverpool now to what it was in our successful period.
And do you think that's credit to Klopp because he's realised football is evolving, especially moving Trent into the inverted? That's kind of the new fashion in football at the moment, and playing your fullbacks in midfield kind of from the inverted position. I know Pep Guardiola was the first to do it with Walker and Zinchenko, then Arsenal implemented it, and Liverpool started to implement it. Chelsea do it occasionally with Colwill, but they invert most. Like, he does it occasionally. Reece James does it occasionally, but it's become more evident with Liverpool this season. You can see Klopp is trying to evolve his style of play because and this was the problem with Arsene Wenger. This is why I didn't agree with that to an extent, because Klopp can easily just sit there and be happy with fourth, third, and just sit there and play it safe. But he knows he needs to win some titles. He spent big money, and he knows that these titles are there for the taking. And football is evolving every single day. The more we look at VARs coming to the game, the last couple of days with goal line technology, now we're getting the format of the Champions League change, just little tweaks here and there. Football is evolving as a game, and I think managers and players have to evolve with it. And if we stay in one position, it's very hard to progress. And that's why Pep Guardiola wins all the trophies, because he's the first to identify problems. He's the first to identify things to change. And that's why they win the trophy as much as he spends money. There's coaching that goes behind it. And that's why people don't give him enough credit. You can say 115 charges, but to go and coach a football team, it's not easy. And otherwise, we'd all be able to do it.
Guardiola is a great coach, so I think so. Our inverted fullback slightly different. So we go to a solid 3-2-5 formation, whereas sort of City used to drop Fernandinho in originally, so they still retained their back four, and they moved sort of the right centre back out to the right to allow Walker to come in. We don't necessarily do that. That's why we concede so many chances, because we allow Kanate to marshal that right side totally by himself. And City always did it. They had added backup with their pure defensive midfielder dropping back. We did it in 1920 with Fabinho. Fabinho was dropping deeper and deeper. So, yeah. But for me, it's just all about the journey. So what we're going through at the moment is what every one of us would have wanted at the start of the season. Our trials and tribulations are our £64 million strikers got fucking, sorry for swearing, an XG, which is...
You heard everything tonight.
A goals versus XG there's 5. I mean, we've sent Asim's brother into a headspin because we're matching the 21 titles that they've won. Is just a great position to be. So if we don't have at least 2 trophies at the end of the season, it's a disappointment now. So Europa League, I only see Leverkusen challenging us. And you ask every City fan, even on the back of last season, who they fear most out of everyone. They'll always revert back to us because they know we can go toe to toe and who we've got at the helm. So...
Karen Thorne, you've got some love in the chat. None more than Mr. Blue Chip himself. He came on tonight looking like a guy who's trying to play baseball and then cricket at the same time. I don't know what he was trying to do tonight, but it looks like Avi himself. He can't make his mind up. He's a confused feather. But going to tomorrow's game, Karen, there's been a few callers tonight that are not confident. And is it because we've had a break? We've not played for 11 days. Is it because we lost there last season? Is it because we always lack rhythm, like I said, because we haven't played for a while? Why do you think that fans are a bit nervous? Because the last time I checked the table, Kieran, we're sitting pretty at the top of the league.
I mean, yeah, they're not confident because we're sitting top of the league. We ain't got out of third gear all season.
Yeah.
How I can't think of one game where we've actually played well for a full 90 minutes. But it's almost like our fan base we want that underdog mentality, sort of us against the world. I mean, for me, it's going to be a nice, comfortable 2-0 win.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we create chances, but we've got the best keeper in the world still. We've got the best centre-back in the world.
Yeah.
So we're missing players up front who might not be as clinical as sort of that freak who plays right wing. You look at him, he's a output over input player, I call him, because he doesn't need to affect a game for 88 minutes, but he can affect a game for 2 minutes and win a game for 2 minutes. So that there's players equally as important, but in different ways.
Yeah.
And then so with these players that we're gonna have to play up front, I wouldn't be surprised to see all four start tomorrow with Gakpo, Jota, and go into 4-2-3-1. So whether we go for that, but one thing guarantee is we're going to create chances.
Yeah.
Regardless of it, if our two main output players are out in Salah and Trent.
Yeah.
Say that again, mate.
We're also going to concede some, so we ain't got no Endo. When Endo doesn't play, we concede chances. I am the biggest supporter of Endo on Liverpool. Wataru, and I'm the Endo Defense League. I'm not gonna say the abbreviation of what Endo Defense League is because I could get in a bit of trouble. But I am the Endo Defense League.
I don't know if you follow me on Twitter, so I'm not one of these sort of. Yeah, we had a bid accepted for Caicedo, 110 million. We've ended up with 16 million Endo. So they put on the shirt. They got my backing until the day they leave.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's come in. He's played well in parts. We look much more stable with him.
Yeah, 100%.
So,
Kieran, stick around because I've got another caller. We are going to wrap up the show in the next 5-7 minutes. So stick around till the end because I want to add our next caller. He's been in the chat as well, so I couldn't neglect him. Minerals FC, welcome to BNR, my friend. How are you doing? You're asking a few questions. We can always go through them now if you want.
You all right, mate?
I'm
all
all right,
lads.
Where are you calling from, Minerals?
Where am I calling from? I'm calling from London.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Do Liverpool have the Minerals tomorrow?
I mean, yeah, man. You have to beat Bournemouth, bro. Like, if you don't beat Bournemouth, it will be a disaster, in my opinion. Like, for the standards Liverpool have set, you have to beat Bournemouth. Minimum 5-0 tomorrow, man.
5-0 minimum.
Because that's the standards for Liverpool.
I want what you've been drinking, mate.
You're Liverpool geezer. You should beat teams like Bournemouth. Bournemouth and all them don't have a right to beat you.
Who do you support?
Who do I support? I'm an Arsenal fan.
So is that why you're saying 5-0? Because you put 5 past Palace today?
No, because you guys are on form, and you should be confident. And you're Liverpool.
Yeah, but 5-0. Look, Bournemouth are a good side, and they play good football.
They're not good. They're not as good as Liverpool, bro.
Of course not.
This is my problem. This is my issue with Arsenal. They play this underdog mentality. When you guys just slapped 100 million on Declan Rice, 70 million on Kai Havertz, yet you're like, oh, we're just not as good as Liverpool and Man City. We can't compete with them. We can't.
Bro, I have the same standards, bro. Don't worry.
You just spent over 250 million in the transfer window. But we can't compete with Liverpool and Man City.
Oh man!
I like Arsenal. I like the way you guys play football. But this victim kind of underdog mentality.
I don't have this victim mentality, bro.
You finished second
last season.
beating Man City this season, and you're still saying we're not good enough. We're not.
I never said that, bro.
You are.
I still expect us to challenge and win. I'm not one of the victims in our fan base. It's just that I feel like Liverpool are on form and they should be beating Bournemouth. You know, simple.
So you think just because we're Liverpool, we should be beating Bournemouth?
Yes.
So I think you should be beating Fulham
If only football was played on paper.
because you're
Exactly.
Arsenal.
That's what I'm saying. That's what
Football's
I'm
not
saying.
played on paper though, is it? It's played on the pitch.
I know it's not played on paper, but with the players pound for pound, you know,
Again, it's not played on the pitch. It's played on the pitch, not on paper.
form. What about the form? You guys have been on form, man.
Bournemouth are, I think, the Premier League's form team. I think we've had 3 draws.
Top of the league, bro.
You just said a form. We're top of the league.
Here's a good question, Minerals. Fulham aren't as good as the Arsenal, but they slapped you up.
Man, West Ham and all these teams, bro. I was angry, bro.
Liverpool
Expect to
team.
beat all these teams.
So what did you predict against Fulham before?
I said we'd win 3-0, man.
7-0 to Arsenal?
Huh?
Was it 6-0 or 7-0 before the
No,
game?
no. I said 3-0.
Why? You're Arsenal, bro.
Exactly.
You're Arsenal. You got pound for pound better players. You got Rice.
Yeah, man.
Alina.
So why 3? Why 3? Why not 5 and 6?
Because I didn't see us scoring more than 3 in it.
So, and you see who's scoring more than 5 at Bournemouth. You're trolling. Look at your smile.
I'm not trolling, mate.
Trolling.
I'm being truthful, bro.
You're on a troll. You couldn't find an Arsenal space on Twitter, so you thought you come in here and you troll.
I'm not a troll, mate. I say as it is.
But no, joking aside, look, Bournemouth is a potential banana skin because of the amount of players Liverpool have got missing. I know Bournemouth have got players missing, but no game. I can't think of an easy game in the Premier League away from home. Tell me. Maybe Burnley.
The standard in the Premier League now is so much more narrow from 20th to 1st than it's ever been. So you can always look at any game in the league this season and have a bit of trepidation.
Yeah. I just find it a bit ironic. We've got a guy called Minerals FC and he's an Arsenal fan.
With no minerals.
Did Arsenal have the Minerals last year?
Yeah, we did have them, unfortunately, man.
You did?
Angry.
You didn't.
We didn't. We should have won the league, bro.
Oh, fair play.
Why should he have won the league? Why? Over 38 games, he got less points than the team that finished above you. Why should he have won the league? Why? Tell me why.
We're 8 points clear, bro.
It doesn't matter. The team that finished above you, they slapped you home anyway. What do you mean you should have won the league? Why? Based on what?
Because we didn't beat. We weren't consistent enough.
But you just said you should have won the league.
When it mattered.
You just said you should have won the league. So surely, if you were consistent enough, you should have won the league. No, you just told me you should have won the league, and now you're telling me you weren't consistent enough to win the league. So which one is it?
No, I said we should have won the league.
Why? You just told me you're not consistent enough to win the league, but now you're saying you should have won the league. So
No,
what one is it?
I said during that period when the pressure was on.
Yeah, exactly. So over 38 games, you got less points than the team above you. So why should you have won the league when you got less points than the team that finished ahead of you? If you get less points than someone, you don't deserve to win the league. Simple as that. It's not
Because it was capitulation,
the team that's above you. You don't deserve to win the title. Otherwise, you'd have got more points than them.
We should have got more points.
Why were you asking me in the chat, if you don't mind me asking, mate? Asim question: would you start Elliot? That's yourself, isn't it?
Yeah, that was my question for you boys.
Are you trying to get Liverpool team news out of us?
Oh, Asim, he's following you on Twitter, mate. I'll tell you that.
Are you trying to get? Oh, he's gone.
And he's not in the title race anymore. That's Arsenal, the title race.
This guy came to ask me if Harvey Elliott, maybe someone has made him join the chat. Oh, he's back. He's back. Here we are.
I'm back. The brown envelopes again, man.
Why are you asking about Harvey Elliott?
I'll say, would you boys start him tomorrow?
Sarib, Kieran?
No, not for me. Sort of Bournemouth got a physical midfield, so it's pace and well, it's not electric pace, but it is very powerful. Sort of their midfield. So Elliot. It's more technical, so I don't think it'd be the right game for him tomorrow. It'd be right to start against Arsenal on the 4th of February, though.
But I think Elliot is better against teams that sit behind the ball because he's got that kind of like he can thread the ball through. He's got that little passing. He picks up those little pockets. A team like Bournemouth, will they really sit behind the ball? The way they play football, they're very pragmatic. They like to play attacking football, especially at home. And I think they will look at Liverpool's midfield and look like we can take these lot on. They've got McAllister in the DM, so we're already kind of short in that position. They've got the Philip Billings like 6'4".
Exactly.
I think he's going to want to take on McAllister. He's a big lad, and I think playing Alexis McAllister is a risk tomorrow. But I think we have no choice.
Yeah, I have no choice, but I think McAllister should be good enough to boss Bournemouth, shouldn't he?
You don't boss these midfields. Come on, stop talking about the paper thing. Yeah, Liverpool have got a different size.
McAllister's been on form for you guys, mate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, everyone in the league's been on form at some point. So until they get on the pitch tomorrow, is you see the name of Liverpool, you see the name of Bournemouth. One's got a bigger fan base than the other. That is literally how you're scoping the size of the clubs. So football is a game of 90 to 100 minutes now. The team that play best on the day will win.
Explain me the game, man. I know the game.
Well, you said Liverpool were going to fucking Bournemouth 5-0.
Yeah, I stand by that.
And then your backup argument for that was, Liverpool are a better team than Bournemouth. They should be doing that. So
and I'm judging you guys based on this season, bro. You scored the most goals in the league as well.
No, we haven't. Factually, you're incorrect there. But we've kept the most clean sheets, and we've also conceded the least goals.
So,
prediction. I was just about to ask you for the prediction minutes for tomorrow, but you already given us one. But look, I'm gonna have to move this on. Kieran, I was gonna end the chat, but I've got NBA. And he's a friend of mine. He's been waiting for about half an hour. So I'm going to let you guys go and then give him, some moments to talk before we wrap up. I've actually got guests waiting for me downstairs who I've been telling I've been wrapping up for the last 10, 15 minutes. My phone is getting bashed left, right, and center. So we have to wrap this up. I've also got another one in backstage waiting. So Kieran and Minerals, thank you very much. And most welcome next time as well. Take care, guys.
Cheers, lads. Keep it up. Cheers, man.
Thanks a lot, Kieran. Thanks a lot, Minerals. Bilal, how are we? You have 5 minutes. Take yourself off mute. And you're the only guy who I'm going to allow without a video. But guess who we've got in the backstage as well? Fahim, how are you doing, man? I think it's your debut on the
man. Yes, man. Listen, is my volume okay? Is it echoing at all or anything?
No, that's fine. That's fine. What's that? Okay. Is that a wire or a Prebi?
No. I was going to put my earphones in, and because you know what? Yeah, if I listen at the speaker, the whole thing just mashes up in it. Yeah, it starts causing issues. Yeah, I've seen it before. Kickback. I can't remember. I was on the last time I was on the call, but there was a kickback from someone else, but not me.
It's fine.
But
it's
yes,
fine.
Yes. I tried to get on last week. Yeah, but I can't remember. Yeah, I think you finished. You wrapped it up. Yeah. So unfortunately,
I saw you pop in. So I apologize if I kicked you off. But let's see what Mr. Bilal has to say. Bilal, what's going on? And then maybe for him, you can reply to him.
Evening, everyone. Big up the panel. Big up the chat. Big up Shaji.
Big up Bilal. Big up yourself, Bilal. Big up.
The main talking point is just about tomorrow, really. I wanted to touch upon a few points, but Shaji's here, so I don't want to take the limelight. I want to give him more time because they weren't here last week. But tomorrow is just a must-win.
Spit it out, man. What you got to say, man?
Tomorrow is just a must-win. I'll briefly go across the points I was going to say. The comparison that Danny made with Klopp to Arsene Wenger, I'd say fair enough. But thing is, he wasn't backed. Wenger wasn't backed by the ownership. He was on a restrained budget. So was Klopp. Coutinho saved us, not Klopp, because Klopp would have done it anyway if he was backed. The difference is that Klopp was given the opportunity by Coutinho's sale, and then he proved it. So you can't really compare the two. In terms of mad management, Klopp is much closer to Fergie than anything. Because Fergie he wanted him, but he said no. He came to Liverpool. The other point I'm trying to make is what your brother said, what Muzammil said about Nunez. You can't have a hypothetical situation if he hasn't come into field yet. Up until the point where he does cost us a big game, or he does cost us a trophy, we can have the conversation then. People just want to basically put us to account and hold us to account right now. How can a Man United fan whose club is in disarray for over a decade, whose forwards can't even score a goal, come and speak about Nunez?
That's because he's not talking. We're not talking about Man United. That's just us being insecure. He's talking about Nunez costing us games, and Nunez, regardless of what you say, Nunez has cost us points this season. Look at Luke.
He's cost us 2 points. He's cost us 2 points against Luton.
2 points.
Bilal, you do know Fahim's views on Darwin Nunez.
Nunez has cost us 2
I don't know.
points.
I don't know what Bilal's going on about, man. Bilal, what the hell are you talking about, man?
Nunez has cost us 2 points.
Why are you talking about
How can you have a conversation about Nunez?
Twice. We've lost the league twice on 1 point. So hypothetically speaking, we come to the end of the season, we lose the league.
Yeah, we'll have that conversation then. But at the same time, you and Muzammil come on the show with your tail between your legs when we won the league and Nunez hasn't even scored 15 Premier League goals. Then bring the same energy.
We've got Mo
bring
Salah.
the same energy.
No, but this is true. The reason why we're not.
I can't
have hypothetical conversations.
Take it easy, bro. Take a chill pill.
Everything's going to be hypothetical. The season's not over. Of course it's not. And I just based it on what I see. And what I based it on is facts. He cost us against Luton.
Yo.
Look how many chances he missed against Newcastle. 7-8 chances he missed.
He didn't cost us. We won the game. He got the assist.
It's not one game. He's been doing it for 18 months. We've been doing this for 18 months. The reason why he wasn't in the team last season is because of stuff like this. He doesn't put the ball in on a frequent basis. He's got 9 goals. 9 goals. It's January.
Fucking hell, this guy don't let you speak, man. Wait. Control yourself, man.
He's been chilling out with that too much.
We heard what you got to say, man. Listen, regarding Nunez, and all I'm going to say, is whatever Gene says regarding Nunez is fucking right, man. Because Nunez has a simple job. And the fact that is, we are still arguing amongst ourselves about, hey, he's got this, he's got that, he's got to cross it in, he's got... Bro, his job is simple, man. Put the fucking ball in the net. And he can't do that. And the fact is, he will never do that. He's a glorified, pumped up, juiced up Adama Traore. And that's all he's ever going to be. And we're going to keep doing this argument.
Come on, Fahim.
No, man. Bro, he can't fucking score the goal. He can score the goal, if it's instinctive. But if you give the guy 2 minutes to think about a goal, he's not going to score. And we're going to talk about this over and over and over and over and over. And it will never end, man. It's going to be one of those debates. It's going to be
Fahim, my question to you is, do we look a better team with Darwin Nunez in the first 11?
100%.
Yeah, we do, because of his pace, because of his electric pace.
Do you still want him in the team? Do you still want him in the team?
Yeah, I would have him in the team. But I would say to him, mate, you don't have to score no goals. Just go up and down the line. Draw the players on and cross the ball in.
So what's the problem?
Can you do that?
So what's the problem?
Can you do that? Yes or no? And he don't have to do anything else. I say, look, man, I'm not going to put pressure on you to score the goal.
He's not better than Luis Diaz on the left hand side. He's not better than him.
He is.
Hello.
Can you hear me, Asim?
Yeah. So you think Darwin Nunez is a better left winger than Luis Diaz?
I personally think he is at the moment in current form, and I think he's better up front.
Come on. When there's a bit of defending to do,
only when the game is stretched. Asim, you haven't let me finish. You asked me a point blank out question. When the game is stretched, 100% off the onset, no way. Darwin can't defend. He can't defend and track back and link up play from the middle and third to the final third like Diaz does. He can't do that. Absolutely, he can't do that. When the game is stretched, then like against Arsenal, then 100% he's a better
You know what?
option.
Yeah, it's a bogus argument. I can't keep doing this argument, man. It's a bullshit argument. Yeah, the fact of the matter is that we're here now. He's had this is his second season, and we're still here, and we're talking about the same thing. Yeah, and he's missing sitters, man. Yeah, you
Okay, I
can't miss
got a
chances like
question. Shaji, I got a question for you and Sarib. What if we win the league? Then what? What are we going to say about Darwin then?
Bro, please. Yeah, I don't want no hypothetical questions.
But you're
man.
talking about
Yeah.
hypotheticals.
No,
You're talking about when he's going to cost us
when we
something.
win the league. If we win the league, my friend, yeah, we're about to play big teams, my friend. We got big games coming up. We got the Gooners. You see what the Gooners done the other day? Smashed it up, bro. Yeah,
I saw what they did the other day.
You know,
we beat them at the carpet 2-0.
There's a lifelong Liverpool debate. If. Forget about the if, man. You got to look about what's in you right now. Yeah, my guy missed a sitter against Luton. Yes or no? Yes.
Shaji,
Yeah,
we're working your pass. Asim, he's not on the bus. He's not on the bus. We're working his pass.
He's not on the
Forget
bus.
the bus, man.
And Sarib needs to be cleared as well. He's not on the bus either.
I my taxi myself, man. I don't need no Bumper Clark bus. Yeah, I will go in my car. Put the meter on, man. Everything is cushy.
Guys, I'm going to have to wrap up there, Bilal and Fahim. I'm very sorry. I've got guests waiting. Believe it or not, at 20 past 12, I've got guests waiting for me downstairs.
Wicked. I know it's probably Chimp or Irfan.
Shaji, give a prediction. Shaji, give a prediction for tomorrow.
But we're back on the red zone tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah? I'm not confident about tomorrow. I will tell you that right now.
Give us your prediction before you go.
I don't know. I want us to win 1-0. Yeah,
3-0.
and I think we'll be lucky because we don't play well after a break. Yeah, we got big players missing, and Bournemouth are struggling. And this is one of those banana skin moments. Yeah, and we're now coming into a crucial stage. Yeah, and you know what happens to Klopp when the pressure goes up, innit? Yeah, and pressure's going up a few notches, my friend. Guardiola is starting to show some moves. Arsenal just put 5 goals past Crystal Palace. Yeah, the pressure is climbing. So I don't know.
3-0. Jota's going to get a double.
Give me
Jota's going to get a double.
Keeping a clean sheet tomorrow.
Diaz going to score.
I'll take a 1-0. I'll take any type of win. I'll take a scruffy win. I'll take a really, really bad win. As long as it's a win. A win is a win. And that's what we're going to be doing tomorrow. We're going to be sitting 5 points. We're going to be sitting 5 points on the top of the table.
Inshallah.
Ahead of 5 points ahead of City, I think, tomorrow.
Yeah, 5 points ahead of City, but they'll have a game.
Please.
Of course.
Yeah.
So points on the board, Bilal. Points on the board.
That's it.
Yeah, keep scratching a win, man. I'll be happy with a 1-0 tomorrow. And that's blatant. Yeah, that's
Bilal,
blatant.
before you go, quickly, your prediction.
3-0. 3-0. Jota's going to get 2.
Don't ask these
And
deluded guys,
Nunez is going to get 1.
Real time.
Sarib, prediction tomorrow?
2-0 Liverpool.
I like that. And the Darwin brace?
McAllister and Gakpo.
Okay then.
Okay, a bit different, but brilliant. Thank you very much, lads. I shall probably catch you on the group if I'm not doing a call very, very soon, but that'll probably be about 3 o'clock in the morning. The night is still young, but we shall see you tomorrow on the Red Zone on the post-match reaction show when Liverpool, hopefully, are sitting 5 points on top of the tree. Take care, have a good night, and we shall see you.
Big up. Peace.
Yo.